Welcome back to Horror Recaps. I'm Freddy, and in a few seconds, you're going to listen to a frightening tale narrated by me. Beware, fear awaits you. The film begins with a fisherman named John Crankton fishing in his favorite river. When he tries to grab the fishing net, something keeps pulling it under the water. When John tries to catch it again, he's grabbed under the water. A moment later, John comes up to the surface without an arm. He tries to reach the boat, but it is then devoured by a mysterious creature. The scene shifts to a crime scene. The police have just found the body of a slaughtered woman. The medical examiner named Sam discovers that the killer smeared the woman with chicken blood to attract predators. In addition, the woman was most likely heavily beaten before being fed to wild animals. A police officer informs Sam of the fisherman's mutilated body and orders him to go and examine it. Although hesitant, Sam is forced to accept the assignment. The next day, Sam goes to the police station and examines the mutilated body of the fisherman. The police deduce that the fisherman was killed by an alligator. However, the bites found on the body don't resemble the bites of any existing alligator species, so Sam must find out what killed the fisherman. The next day, Sam meets the biologist named Mary Callahan, and together they go to the river where the fisherman was killed. Mary notices that Sam has a gun and is surprised, but he states that they won't receive outside help, so it is best to be prepared. Sam is comfortable with his surroundings because he grew up here, while Mary did not. At one point, they spot an alligator and are surprised that the engine noise did not startle it. Mary checks it out and discovers that it is just the decapitated head of an alligator. Sam states that this may have been the work of poachers. The two then continue their journey, and a few hours later, they finally arrive at their destination. They come across a man named Elmer, who is fishing for catfish in the canals of the swamp. Sam asks him where John, the dead fisherman, lived to find out what happened to him. Sam wants to talk to everyone who knew John, hoping to find some information that might help them with the investigation. Sam and Mary go up the river with Elmer to the fishing village. John's neighbors talk about their neighbor, Ricardo, who fought in Vietnam with John. It was Ricardo who found John's body and now is determined to find and kill the mysterious creature. Sam asks to speak to Ricardo, but Elmer states that he doesn't speak to anyone. At this point, Sam decides to visit John's wife, Gloria Crankton. In addition, Gloria lives with her daughter Eliza and her boyfriend Dan. When Gloria discovers that only two of them have come, she laughs hysterically, insinuating that more people are needed to kill the river monster. Gloria explains that during the hurricane 3 months ago, a mysterious boat came up the river, and that strange things have happened since then. Gloria gives them a talisman for self-defense, and they ask them to stop the monster before it kills more people. Afterwards, Elmer takes Sam and Mary to the mystery boat to investigate. While Elmer waits in the boat outside, they investigate inside. Except for a geolocator, all other devices on the boat no longer work. The two then descend into the hold and discover the remains of the crew. Mary comes out and starts throwing up because she's not used to this kind of thing. At that moment, they find a fish scale, but it is much larger than a normal one. They are about to leave, and Mary, flustered, carelessly knocks Elmer off the boat. He bursts out laughing and says he's fine, but suddenly something drags him away. Sam pulls out his gun, but the creature has disappeared along with Elmer, leaving only blood behind. They immediately turn away and return to Gloria. In the next scene, we discover that Sam and Mary have escaped with the boat. Unaware that they have activated the ship's beacon, a man meets a henchman, Anton, and gives him the location of the boat. Anton calls his boss, Jeff, a wealthy poacher, and informs him of the boat's location. Jeff says he will send his men tomorrow to get the boat. In other words, Jeff wants to capture the river monster and then sell it for a handsome sum. Here, it is revealed that Jeff's men have already been trying to hunt the monster for 3 months now, but all have been killed by the mysterious river monster. Meanwhile, Sam and Mary talk to the villagers and reveal what has happened to Elmer. Mary suggests that the monster only attacks in the area near the abandoned boat, as there are no deaths near the village. The next day, Jeff prepares to go to the river with Anton and a hunter to catch the mysterious monster. Anton is worried, however he agrees to follow them as Sam and Mary discuss the monster. Ricardo comes up out of the water and states that he will kill this mysterious creature. Mary does not understand how Ricardo is not afraid to swim in the river, and Gloria states that there are things scarier than death. During dinner, it is revealed that Sam grew up around here and went to the same school as Gloria's daughter. Gloria reveals that her daughter Eliza was madly in love with Sam, embarrassing her. Eliza's boyfriend gets jealous, and the couple goes out to talk. After arguing with her boyfriend, Eliza stays outside to talk to Mary. Eliza reveals that they ended up together because she works as his assistant. Mary tells her that she deserves someone better. They then go inside to drink tea, and the scene shifts to a man named Roland relaxing outside. While standing on the roof of his houseboat, Roland hears noises. After he goes down to check, he sees nothing unusual, so he goes to get a flashlight. He begins to investigate carefully and spots a fish passing by him, so he calls his girlfriend to take a look. After she comes out, she joins him, and the lake monster jumps out of the water and decapitates him. The woman bursts out screaming, drawing the attention of Sam and the others. When they come out, they discover Roland's decapitated body and begin to agitate. Roland's wife slips and falls into a small boat. Then she's carried by the mysterious creature into the middle of the lake. Suddenly, the creature hits the boat hard, throwing the woman into the water. The giant fish approaches the woman, and Ricardo shoots at it with his rifle. This scares the creature away, but it then returns to kill the woman, and Sam shoots at it with his gun. The shots wounded the creature and made it move away for a while. The woman tries to get to the shore, but the creature grabs her with its teeth as it jumps out of the water. Sam says they have to leave here by boat. On the other hand, Ricardo refuses to come with them. When Sam tries to get into the boat, the creature hits it violently, flipping it over. Sam then tries to get into another boat, but the creature overturns that as well. Sam realizes that the only way to escape from here is by killing the monster. Soon after, they realize that Roland's house is floating, and they can set it in motion to escape. With the help of a bucket and a rope, Eliza tries to reach Roland's house to set it in motion. When she is about to reach the house, the rope breaks, and Eliza is about to fall in the water. The creature rushes toward her, but fortunately, Eliza manages to climb up in time. The creature jumps out of the water in an attempt to catch it, but Sam shoots it with a gun, wounding it. Eliza tries to start the house, but it turns out the engine is damaged. Sam claims that he is out of bullets, but the creature is not dead yet. Meanwhile, Ricardo prepares a huge book with a whole catfish in an attempt to catch the mysterious creature. After a while, the giant fish jumps on top of him, but he is just in time to back away. The fish continues to jump toward Ricardo, and he shoots it with his rifle, killing it. Wounded in the leg, Ricardo goes for a machete and pulls out the fish's heart. Everyone breathes a sigh of relief, thinking that the threat has been eliminated. In revenge, Ricardo grills the heart, and as he takes the first bite, a second giant fish jumps out of the water and devours him. After killing him, the fish immediately returns to the water. Eliza goes into the bathroom to wash off the fish's blood. As she waves her shirt, all the blood goes back into the lake, attracting the attention of the other fish. Meanwhile, Jeff and his crew arrive at the abandoned boat and begin to investigate inside. On the way back to Eliza, while she is drying her hair, a giant fish attacks her after smashing the wall of the house. Eliza runs outside and the fish chases her, even reaching the kitchen. Eliza climbs over the house, and in the process, a fire breaks out due to a fallen propane tank. Soon after, Mary proclaims that she has a plan to get out of the boathouse. But before she can explain, she is killed by a shotgun blast caused by an explosion. Eliza's boyfriend starts screaming in panic, and Sam orders him to be quiet. At one point, the propane tank explodes and blows up, falling inside Roland's house. Eliza, who's standing in this very house, begins to panic. An instant later, the house explodes, and Eliza is thrown into the river. Sam jumps into the water and tries to save her, but the giant fish is already approaching. Seeing this, Gloria takes a knife and cuts herself on the palm to attract the fish's attention with blood. The plan works, and then Gloria runs away and tries to climb above the house. In the process, the fish comes up out of the water and cuts Gloria in half. Afterwards, the giant fish violently hits the house in an attempt to sink them. Sam tells Eliza to wait for him on the roof of the house, while he goes to Ricardo's room to look for something useful against the creature. Sam finds a flare gun and then attempts to return to Eliza. Later, Jeff and his crew arrive after hearing the explosion. The creature begins to attack them as well. After being thrown from the boat, they attempt to swim toward the sinking houses. Unfortunately, a crew member is devoured by the fish while he is swimming. Jeff describes the fish as having genetically modified snake heads. Jeff then spots the fish and shoots it with a tranquilizer. Suddenly, the creature jumps out of the water and devours Anton, causing Jeff to fall into the water. Sam shoots the creature with the flare gun, saving Jeff. As the fish is knocked unconscious by the tranquilizer, Jeff climbs on top of his boat. As a result, Sam, Eliza, and Dan are forced to accompany Jeff in pursuit of the fish, or they will be forced to stay behind. The next day, the team follows a blood trail to the fish's lair. At gunpoint, Jeff urges Sam to enter the den first. While he and the hunter follow, inside they find a dead giant fish, and Jeff orders Sam to go get it. Sam refuses and comes out of the burrow. Soon after, a huge fish kills the two men behind Sam. Subsequently, Dan, Sam, and Eliza escape on the speedboat while being chased by the creature. During the chase, Dan falls out of the boat, but climbs over a mud bank, realizing that they cannot outrun the monster. Sam steers the speedboat toward a tree trunk, drops the protective fan cover, and jumps into the water with Eliza. Unable to slow its momentum, the fish plummets into its death. In the swirling blades, Sam and Eliza kiss and go back to rescue Dan. Dan, however, remains trapped in the mud as dozens of juvenile fish attack him. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thank you for watching.